Finally, I want to ask you about the Victorian Libs. They're in disarray, it seems, permanently. What are you making of this latest attempt to expel Moira Deeming? Their bully boys in the party are calling their female colleagues terrorists. I mean, things are getting ugly in Victoria.
Yeah, and look, Rita, I mean, once again, I just don't like entering into the fray of other divisions, but I have to say this. I really don't see what Moira Deeming has done wrong. I don't think she's done anything wrong, frankly. And I was thinking about it on the weekend, actually. It reminded me a little bit of the old suffragette movement. I think women 100 plus years ago who were pushing against other, the right to vote and other such measures on behalf of women were subjected to public humiliation, threats, or you name it. And you overlay that onto today's model. And I think that's what we're seeing a little bit of here. We've got strong, brave women standing up for women's rights. That's really all Moira did. Moira turned up to a pro-women's rights rally and somehow has found herself on the receiving end of 2 attempts to expel her. Look, that doesn't make sense to me. And as I said, I don't want to pass judgment on what's going on. I don't know the details, but it is very, very odd.
Oh, it's very odd indeed, but I wonder what sort of a message this sends to other women who may want to put up their hand to be part of the Liberal Party, put up their hand for pre-selection. I mean, if you can't even have mainstream views on an issue like this without being called a bigot and a possible Nazi and white supremacist and having this campaign against you by your own colleagues, I just think it's sending all sorts of messages to possible female candidates.
Yeah, look, I mean, I can only speak really on behalf of, I can't speak on behalf of, but speak in relation to the SA division, where we have a women's council here that is doing incredible things here in South Australia, led by Leah Blythe, who's our women's council president, who's been speaking in support of Moira, has been passing incredible motions, speaking on behalf of the things that women are actually talking about, by the way, not things that people tell women they should be talking about, the actual things they're talking about. And we've had a massive movement of what you could almost call the mama bears, who are worried about their kids, they're worried about what they're being taught in schools, they're worried about the state of affairs, cost of living, all these sorts of things. The South Australian division's a safe space for conservative women, I can tell you, and we're going to keep it that way.
Well, let's hope there's a safe space for the Victorian women shortly. Certainly not right now. Alex Antic, thank you so much for your time this evening.